We bought our house in 1985, but since that time, obviously, a lot has changed, and my husband and I are empty nesters. Our needs have changed, and we wanted to be able to stay in our home, and that's what led us to the remodel. Before, our kitchen was very dark, and it did not function for the two of us at all. We were always bumping into each other when we tried to cook. But now, although we kept the same footprint, everything functions so much more efficiently. We love to cook, and Corinthian came up with a clever way to store our spices. We have racks that pull out at the stovetop, and our utensils are in a pull-out drawer as well, and this helps us to keep the countertops neat and tidy.
Having a TV in the kitchen was important to us. We spend a lot of time in the kitchen and like to watch news and sporting events, but we didn't want that TV to be visible all the time. Corinthian came up with the idea of installing pocket doors to hide the TV when not in use. It's worked out great.
I wanted to incorporate a piece of built-in furniture where we could store and protect our crystal and china. And Corinthian came up with the idea of an illuminated hutch, which I think is a beautiful addition to the kitchen. Before, when I was standing in the kitchen, I was always bothered by the fact that you could see right into the laundry room. Now, after the renovation, we have two very separate spaces, which affords us extra storage for dishes and a drop station when you come through the back door.
One of my hobbies is raising orchids. We had a greenhouse before, but greenhouses have a lifespan of about 25 years, and this one was 35 years old and needed an update. Corinthian helped us install a new greenhouse, which is actually much more attractive with more shelf space. It's worked out great.
My favorite feature about our remodel would have to be the pantry. We have so much storage now, and we never had that in the past. Rob was very careful to listen to our needs, and one of the things that I most desired was ample storage space. So now that's not a problem. We have more than enough.
To gain the space for the pantry, we had to redesign an area which previously was sort of a library. By building the pantry, that created another wall, and Rob had the idea of installing a wet bar. In addition, my wife had the great idea of putting in refrigerator drawers for drinks. That area has become incredibly functional and a great way to entertain.
Before our renovation, our kitchen and family room were very separate spaces, and we had a very small opening that Corinthian helped us widen. So now we don't feel closed off. When someone is cooking in the kitchen, they can be a part of what's going on in the family room. When we thought about the family room and how we wanted to change it, we wanted it to go from being a very dark space to a very bright space. And Rob suggested that we paint it a nice light color, and also he suggested that we redo the ceiling. The wood was very uneven and not of good quality. With it being painted white, as Rob had suggested, it's now bright and beautiful.
With the renovation, we have a very inviting entry from our front hall to our family room. Corinthian's work provided us a beautiful wall to hang some of the art that we inherited over the years from our parents. Although our kitchen was in need of an update, the kitchen cabinets were actually in good shape. Having the repurposed cabinets in the basement provides great space to stay organized for all my hobbies. And now I have a wonderful man cave.
We would wholeheartedly recommend Corinthian to our friends and family. Rob and Susan were wonderful to work with. Corinthian had our best interest at heart, and we really love our home now.